because it is right now in the right hands. When the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the flame of freedom, the political enigma, the Prince of Peace, when he mentioned that these people have done work even in Gujarat, it means they have a track record, a visible track record. The population of India, if someone tells you that they are working with Gujarati and so many other places in India, the population of Kenya is that we are talking about airports like those in Dubai, airports like Heathrow. We need to have an airport that is the face of Kenya. We cannot have an airport that is the face of Ishaweri. And in fact, that airport should also be renamed, because Kenyatta was not a pilot. He was not an air hostess. He was not a flight engineer. He was not a... Why should we have an airport named after Kenyatta? We should have a different name. So part of the Adani deal should come with renaming of all these places. Given Chris Maliongovi, but I'm also called NRM. Now, I want to, first of all, I want to quote from Caucasian Chalk Circle by Bertolt Brecht. He said, what there is should go to those who are good at it. Children to the motherly, so that they may be raised well. Fields to the waterers, so that it may bear fruit. Carts to good drivers, so that may be driven well. On the issue of Adani, I support it 101 times, because it is right now in the right hands. When the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the flame of freedom, the political enigma, the Prince of Peace, when he mentioned that these people have done work even in Gujarat, it means they have a track record, a visible track record. The population of India, if someone tells you that they are working with Gujarati and so many other places in India, the population of Kenya is the population of a county commissioner in India. India has 1.6 billion people. If they held their urine and urinated at one point, at one time, at the same place, these are 1.6 billion liters. It will cause a flood. Yes. I want to tell you this for free. Kenya's population of 50 million is a small area for you to begin questioning our brothers from India. And by the way, those who don't know the history of this country, its foundations were laid by India. All our cities, the 4 cities, are along the railway line. Nakuru, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nairobi. All that is the work of the Indians. They are the business community in this country. So trying to poke holes into what they are doing, I think we are being very unrealistic. We need a 5-star airport. And many of the people who are talking about these things have never visited an airport. We are not talking about that thing that we have there. That one is a public market. Yes. We need an airport that you can... We are talking about airports like those in Dubai. Airports like Heathrow. We need to have an airport that is the face of Kenya. We cannot have an airport that is the face of Ishaweri. And in fact, that airport should also be renamed, because Kenyatta was not a pilot. He was not an air hostess. He was not a flight engineer. He was not a... Why should we have an airport named after Kenyatta? We should have a different name. So part of the Adani deal should come with renaming of all these places. Give a name to the people who are related to... If you don't have a name, we shall give you the name. There is a lady, a Mkamba lady. And Mkamba lady, she was the first pilot in Kenya. You can name it after her. I think she's called Mutungi or something. You can name that airport Mutungi. She's a pilot. The first woman, she flew the Dreamliners. How do you name an airport after a man who feared to fly? All his life he feared. He feared airplanes. That's true. So what we want to say is this: Adani deal is the best thing that has happened to this country. Let them work. We want to see 5-star kind of duty-free shops at that airport. We cannot have one airport owned by one family. We pay tax because of one family. What do these people think we are? That airport must be rebranded.
Mention the family.
We know they control all those things there at the airport. You name out an airport after yourself, then you run everything there. We are saying this, those days are long gone. We should rename that airport. We want all these people you are seeing here. These people should put up duty-free shops there. It should be a win-win situation. That is what, those are the demands that Kenya should be putting towards Adani. How are you going to beautify this place? How can we do our business there? How can you bring the train into that airport? So that we ease congestion. We do not even need this expressway. The expressway that more than 80 billion shillings here was supposed to go, we needed only a railway into the airport to ease the when the planes and everything come from there, they come from the airports. The planes come, you find that luggage and people, commuters, land on the train. So we are trying to tell you this. This country is going to be run the way we want. And if you don't know what India is, India has gone to the moon while you are still struggling to reach your village. You don't even know how an airport looks. Do you know how a radar works? You are saying it is foreigners. Do you know who uses that airport? Do you Kenyans? How many Kenyans? You know, some people talk about things. It's like someone telling you about lions. How many Kenyans have seen a lion live, apart from photos? You want us to discuss about issues of public participation in parks, and you don't even visit those parks. You've never seen an elephant. Please, let us not talk too much about things we don't understand. When you have left your head at home, don't be arguing these things in public. So what we are trying to say is this: Adani should do this deal. In fact, the Adani deal is done. And rename that airport. Last, about health insurance. Health insurance, we need a reform in it. It's a good thing. We support it. Yes. But we need reform. A reform, some form of the way we do the NSSF. If you have not gone to hospital for a whole year and you have been remitting money, they should return some money to you. Like NSSF. It should not all be going and you are not getting sick. So we need some reforms. We need some reforms in this thing. But it's a good thing. People should register for this thing so that the country moves forward. Because the cost of healthcare around the world is enormous. You cannot do it from your pocket. So please register in this thing and then let us see how the country moves forward. But as for this Adani and other things, we are telling William Samuel Ruto, Dr. PhD, WSR, mkuki wa Koitaleli, marasha wa mama, ATM ya maasla, wallet ya mapasta, pure private bag vya sugoi, that yuko sawa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Coordinator, let's give coordinator.
Thank you very much.
We are shareholders.
Thank you very much. My name is Khalid Abdi, member of Bunge La Mwananchi. I want to talk about the story of Shah. The story of Shah. Let me auto-tune the message. Acha niongee Kiswahili. Kwa majina naitwa Khalid. Nataka kuongea kuhusu historia ya Shah. Historia ya Shah inapigana na historia ya NHIF. NHIF are owned by cartels. Ni kitu, yani ukiona sahi the beneficiaries of Shah, it will amaze you. First of all, there's a beneficiary where there's mtoto akizaliwa na mama akizaa mtoto until he reaches 5 years, that this thing will take over and pay for the bills for clinics for that 5 years. So that's how this Shah thing is going on. Secondly, mama akizaa, akijifungua, the process of delivering her baby, she gets 10,000 to 30,000. Thirdly, NHIF was not covering. Sahi mtu wa boda ama kijana tu yoyote akiumia, akienda pale aumia gongo na pikipiki, the ambulance will carry you, take you to the emergency place. They will throw you there, the doctors will see you. So this Shah came up with a strategy that for the first 24 hours, even if it's surgery ya pesa ngapi, Shah will take over what it has to cover for that day of that person. Lastly, nataka niambie kwamba watu wanagombana sana mambo ya Shah, mambo ya NHIF. Nataka niulize mtu mmoja ameenda akaregister mambo ya Shah, akakatazwa kutumia hiyo Shah, akakatazwa kutibiwa. Those guys who are murmuring, wanasema hizi vitu mambo ya Shah, it is not a good thing. Ni wala hawajaregister. Wakisha register hii mambo ya Shah, hakuna hospitali itakataa utibiwa under jina ya Shah. So that's why we want to urge all Kenyans to register mambo ya Shah, tuungane pamoja, and we will never get a president like this. He's not you are seeing this president, he's not giving up. Ungeona mtu mwingine sasa angesha give up na mambo ya hizi vitu vijana na watu wanafanya. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Nani tualie kitu tuende. Nini unataka kusema? Bana, this bando hizi vitu tuende kwa sawa.